What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? We are getting into template number 243, which is an updated version of the ugly Christmas sweater. I think you're going to love this. Let's start off by changing the photo here. We'll double click on the photo and we'll do File, Place Embedded. And I'm gonna have some fun playing with some AI artwork here. And hopefully you attend our AI class on Mondays where you can go ahead and create some AI artwork with us in the Zoom room. You'll be able to see all of these things that I created on Monday. It's going to be super, super fun. Let me go ahead and place this image here. So this theme is Put a Ribbon on Me. I've been acting brand new. We're going to go ahead and change that out. Hit enter to lock in the transformation. Now, typically I do not like hard lines. However, because this design is meant to print on DTF and also screen print, we're going to keep the hard line because we won't be able to establish the same type of design with the faded off edges there. So now that we've got that established here, the bow is nice and red. We're going to collect the information of the color from the image. So I'm going to use a color picker tool here. Let's go ahead and just go right over the image. If you do not like the knit pattern over the top, go ahead and select photo 1. There's an option to turn this sweater pattern off, and I like to turn that off for the purpose of picking colors anyway. So let's go ahead and choose a nice red here. Then we're going to go and change this color for our swatches. So let's click on color number 1 here, which is our blue. We'll double click and I'm going to duplicate the layer, go to my swatches, and then pick the red that I like here. Go ahead and hit yes to update. Everywhere that you saw the cyan color should now be red. Perfect. And let's go out and change out our second color. The second color right now is pink. Let's double click it. And in this case, I'd say we go ahead and let's make it a white color. So we can double click on the pink and change it. We can just click somewhere over here and change it, but I'm going to duplicate this layer so we keep that pink intact. Hit yes to save those changes and watch that update. Beautiful. So I see that I have a ribbon as an accent and also a gift as an accent. I left those in there for you all to play with. I'm going to turn the ribbon black. Let's double click there. And you'll see that originally the ribbon is red, but I have a color layer over here that has the blend mode of color. And then I have some levels that you can adjust to get the color that you want. So if I want this color to be black instead of white, I would double click on this color here, bring it over to black. And as you can see, it didn't really make it black, but if I remove the levels here, it kind of gets me a little bit closer. If I want it to be much darker, then I will double click on the levels here and adjust my levels so that it gives me a little more intensity here. And then if I want more blackness, I can bring this bottom one down closer to the black here. And there we go. Now I have a black ribbon. That's updated there. It's looking good. I'm going to do the same thing to the gift here. I can double click it. And the ribbon is already red, so if you like it in red, you can just keep it just like that. But I just want to show you the concept of being able to change out these colors. You could actually select the swatch from the red that we did previously. And again, you can adjust the levels to get the darkness or intensity that you want there. And there we have that image updated. You can change out the background color as well here. So I'm going to go open up the background, and I have a little bit slightly gray black in the background so I can see the knit texture. If you keep a pure black, you'll see the knit texture everywhere except for where the black is. So I kind of wanted to see that texture, so I just let it be a little bit off black there. And you'll notice that the words on me and brand new also changed. But let's say the word brand new looks a little gray to me. So I'm going to right click, go to brand new. I'll pull this out a little bit so I can see more of the layers. And I'll just double click on the levels here. And again, I'm adjusting to the right if I want it darker and to the left if I want it lighter. Then I can also choose which color I want to apply here. If I want to apply the red here instead of the black, I can turn off whatever color is recoloring it and choose one of my smart colors, or I can select any color that I want if I create a solid color here. I just like to use the smart colors because truly this design can be done in less than 5 minutes, and especially when you're talking holiday orders, that can make a huge difference in how many orders you can get out in a day. So same thing up here. If I want to change on me, I feel like it's a little light here, I can double click on my levels and just adjust the color to, or adjust the, basically you're adjusting the midtones here when you move this middle one so that more of the darker color applies. And that is it. I'll show you how I created this AI artwork of Cardi. No, that's not an actual dress she wore, and no, that's not actually a photo that she took. So this was a fun way of incorporating AI artwork into our weekly designs. So let me show you how I would save this so that you can use it for the Automizer. The first thing I want you to save is the foreground and the background. Those are your essential pieces every single time you design something. So let's right click, quick export as PNG. That's going to be our foreground. And then what I want you to do is I want you to create a folder called your PNG elements. And I'm going to create a brand new one. And let's say this was my order. So I'm going to say this is Cardi's order. So Cardi ordered 243 design, and then I'm going to put PNG elements. I'm going to save my foreground there. Go to my background layer, right click, quick export as PNG. That's my background layer. And then additionally, I might want a couple of other things that are inside of this artwork here. I probably want to grab my photo one just by itself. So what I like to do, you can double click on photo one and just go file. Oh no, this one. Yeah, we can do file. We can do a export, quick export as PNG. That's going to give me photo one. And I'm going to do the same thing to my accent images because they're tiny right here. I want them to get the full scale version just in case. So file, export, quick export as PNG. And this would be my accent 2. And my accent 1, I can also do file, save as, and as long as I save it as a PNG, or I forgot now in Photoshop, you have to do save as a copy. You can save it as a PNG, that's another option, but then you have to put it in your folder. Wrong elements folder. Here, let me just do what I was doing before. File, export, quick export as PNG. That way it's going to put it in the exact same folder. So there's going to be accent 1 here. Let's save it. And I just save those just in case. You can also go and save your text. So I have text 1 here, which says put a ribbon. I'm going to just take this whole folder of text 1, quick export as PNG. It's got the top 2 lines there. And the same thing with text 4. I'm just going to close that folder up. Quick export as PNG gives me text 4. And there we have it. Now I can show you all of those elements inside my folder. And we'll see here if we turn on the large icon view. I'll turn on the extra large icon view here. You'll see that you have these pieces separated. And these are the pieces that you're going to need in order to do your Automizer design. Now, if I want the knit texture back onto the photo, which I kind of like that effect, I'm going to turn my knit texture back on, and then I can re-export this for the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a -2 after it, so I know that it's an alternate version of my original image here. All right, so that's it. I'm going to do one more fun kind of change out here, and we'll make it a football theme. So let's do it really quickly. I thought this was fun too. I'm going to do File, Place Embedded. I found out that LeBron James's favorite football team were the Cowboys. So I did some AI here, and I'll show you how to do it as well. We're going to go ahead and place LeBron in here as the cowboy. Fun, right? All right, let's go ahead and move him up here to the top. And again, we're going to leave the cutoff there. Let's say yes to save the changes. And this one, I'm going to do the "'Tis the Season." And of course, you can change the text to whatever you'd like. I have two versions of text on here. One says, "Put a ribbon on me." The other one says, "'Tis the season." So you can rock with this one as is. I'm going to move his photo up a little bit here. So I'm going to the photo 1, pulling it up a little bit. And of course, now I have to change out the color. So I'm going to remove the knit so I can grab the blue color here. Let's go ahead and change out our color number 1. We'll go ahead and choose the blue swatch there and let that update. My second color, I'm going to keep white. And the third color, instead of black, I'm going to go with the silver color. It's used quite a lot. So in order for me to grab that color, I can grab it from the jersey here. And I'm going to hit yes to update the changes there. Now remember, I have that off black as my background color right now. I want it to be my color number 3. So that's working out right there. I'm not sure if this is the color that I want in my background or if I want to do the blue. Let's see what the blue looks like. Let's take my Smart Color one. I'll click and drag it there. Yeah, I think the blue is definitely hitting a lot harder. And then what I'll do is I'll change out these images here instead of the bow and the gifts. Let's go ahead and maybe do some football elements. So you can add in your own elements. What I'm doing is I am taking a wreath that I already have here. Let me go ahead and group these bows out of my way. I'll take this wreath. And let's say I want to add a football to it. So I'm going to do File, Place Embedded. And I have a little football image somewhere. Or maybe I don't. Let me check for it. There we go. Should be inside of there. View large icons. You know what? I think I had copied it or cut it and forgot to place it. So let's go ahead and do let's do the logo here. Here we go. And I'm not telling you to go print and sell logos. If this is for personal use and this is for you because you think it's fun or funny, then that's the extent I'm telling you to do it with. I'm doing this for demonstrative purposes only, okay? So now we have our stars up top, and then let's say down here, let's go ahead. I don't know where my football PNG went, but I'm going to search for a PNG football. And I have to put American because sometimes we end up with soccer balls. And let's see what we come up with. I just want a nice clean football image. I don't want it to, and these I can almost guarantee you are not PNG. Let's go ahead and save the image. I'll save it as football. All right, so it's in there, but let's see if it's indeed PNG. So I'm going to take my accent number 2. I'm going to close up the gift right now, put the wreath, file, place embedded. And there's my football right there. It does not have a transparent background. However, we can go ahead and use AI to clean up the background. So I'm gonna go to my magic wand tool and just select down here where it says select subject, go to cloud and then tell it to select subject. It does a smarter cutout for you. Let's go ahead and use that layer mask there. And I'm going to tilt the ball up here so it gives me a nice little presentation. Now if I don't like the red in the wreath, then what I can do is I can do a hue and saturation adjustment layer, and I can use the finger here to pick the red. It's going to tell me that it's on reds, and then I can move my reds more to the blue direction right there. Hit yes to save changes. And now I have a nice little football wreath design down here that's ready to go. Again, I feel like the lettering where it says Tisda and season is a little light. So although my blue is applied here, I need to adjust my levels in order to get a little more intense blue. And you can see that I am pushing that more towards the right and it's getting darker. Same thing here for a season. I'm going to adjust the levels here. And there we go. If I wanted to put any additional text or change the text, then I can double click here and change that word out from season to, let's do lowercase season. And you'll see that this font has a lot of ligatures. So you can find those by going over to glyphs. Then I can find the end that I like that has the nice little curl on the end. Maybe even this one. If I double click it, you see how that allows me to use the different swashes and ligatures. And then let's say for the S, I want to use a fancy S, so I can scroll until I see my fancy S, and there we are. And just like that, you can have an alternate version of this in about 5 minutes. So that's why we call them 5-minute templates. So again, I want you to go through those steps of exporting those individual pieces. And then in the next video, I'll show you how we're going to put that into our mini Automizer, and then how we're also going to use those images in order to decorate our banners that will go in the Shopify store. Alrighty, my love. So like I said, I want to show you all some AI artwork. We'll be doing this on Monday. We generated some AI photo shoots, and then what we do is we replace the face. So as you can see here, I did some AI photo shoots and then replace them with familiar faces like Aaliyah and Drake, and even did some fun ones with Samuel L. Jackson as a football player, Taylor Swift. I'll show y'all some of these results later, but this was really fun to do, and I really want to show you how you can use AI to do some almost unimaginable things. Maybe some things that you thought that you'd have to have some advanced skills in Photoshop. Look at my 10-year-old Michael Jackson I made from this image right here. Super fun. So I can't wait to show you that, and I'll see you on Monday. So until then, I appreciate you and I love you so dearly. Until next time, bye.